sure what you're expecting this morning with such a pack, but it's great to have you here. We're very pleased and proud to be able to announce this morning and unveil the new naming of our race as the Bob Hammond race. Bob's obviously with us this morning, and I'm really pleased to also have with us representatives from the SMA, Lee Wicker, John Lyons from the SANFL, obviously the meaning in terms of Bob's background at the SANFL, and Andrew Daniels from the SMA, as well as our chairman, Rob Chapman. But it's just a perfect tie-in with what Bob's done in football, for him to have our race named after him. He has a wonderful history in terms of playing, coaching and administering the game. And particularly for our club, as the inaugural chairman, has meant so much to our club, as I've just explained to the players, some of whom, I have to say, weren't born at the time that Bob took over as inaugural chairman of our club back in late 1990, early 1991. You'll see from the bios that Ian's put around that if you didn't know, it's easily looked up, but it is one of the best CVs in football. As a player, North Adelaide, Norwood, as a player for South Australia, as a coach at SANFL level, at AFL level, at South Australian level, and then obviously as an administrator later on in life, including as an AFL commissioner. The tie-in with Adelaide Oval, guys, is perfect, and this is the part that I'd love you to convey, is it's just perfect. I showed the players a clip, Sarah, of Bob's playing days, just a few clips in black and white, and a lot of the action is at this end of the ground. It was just perfect, and I think Ian's going to circulate some of that for you. But as a player, played here, coached here, as an AFL commissioner, quite clearly the role that he played in driving this along, the Adelaide Oval redevelopment, was prolific as well, and so it just ties together beautifully for the race to be named after Bob. No less than all of that, as our inaugural chairman, what he's meant to our club means that it's perfectly appropriate that his name will adorn this for many, many years to come. And we're very grateful for the support of the Management Authority, Andrew, for their backing of all this as well. So I think what we'll do is we've got a little unveiling down at the race, and then Bob will be available to have a quick Q&A if you want to, and we'll leave you to it. So Shuts, I'll leave you in charge, mate. So you bloody nervous, or you've been running?
Oh no, I'm tied up.
Should have watched that.
Bob, how do you feel about having the race named after you?
I'm really humbled. I'm thrilled, and I accept it on behalf of all of the Crows supporters and all that have gone in the 24 years to make it what we are today. That's life members, it's members, it's the coaches, the players. Everyone has had a contribution to this club to make it the great club that it is. I accept the naming of the race on their behalf. I don't accept it personally, because the Adelaide Football Club's about being all-inclusive, and I'd like every member, every supporter to feel that they're part of this race.
And this end of the ground obviously does mean a lot to you personally. You play some great footy here.
Well, the memory fades, but Adelaide Oval was the home of football in my football career. The decision to go to Football Park was the right one. The decision to come back to Adelaide Oval was the right one. And here we stand in the best arena in Australia, if not the world.
Bob, you have to pinch yourself knowing that your journey started here so many years ago. You look around what it's become, and you look behind you now and see your name above where the boys run out.
Well, I do have to pinch myself. I mean, I had to pinch myself when we opened the place, because it is the envy of Australia as far as a sporting venue is concerned. It'll only go from strength to strength. The people that put this together have done a fantastic job and will continue to serve this community for a long, long while.
Bob, such a distinguished career. Where does this sit in your proud moments?
Right up there. Pretty hard to sort of nominate specifically, but when Stephen told me that the Adelaide Football Club board had made that decision, I was quite humbled, quite emotional about it actually, because I guess it's, again, accepting on behalf of everyone that's had something to do with this great club is a responsibility, so it's right up there with the highlights.
Crows fan, but not a member, you can join the club. 25 for a junior and 50 for an adult. Find out more at 19thman.com.au.